What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and welcome to episode 32 of If I Had a Hammer, where today we're not going to be taking on Bournemouth. Oh, no. Whoa, a big, juicier matchup has come across our path, as you can see in the top center of the calendar, that is the logo of Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, we have drawn against them in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Now, obviously, this is a big rivalry match, but not only that, I had said to the board at the very start of the season, our expectation in the FA Cup was to make the semifinals. So, meeting that board expectation all hinges on this rivalry game today, as, well, the season really hasn't been doing all that great. I had expected to get to Champions League placement. We might not make that this season. Let's take a look at the past matches over the last month, and I'll show you why. It all started great after the Arsenal match, as we defeated Ipswich in the 5th round of the FA Cup, of course, to get to this point. We beat them by the score of 2-0. Yes, we dominated the match, but the scoreline really should have reflected that. We had 66% possession with 15 shots, but only 5 on target. And the only goal that we scored was by Van den Driesche in the 4th minute. The second goal came from an Ipswich own goal late in the second half. But a win is a win, and that's what moved us on to the FA Cup. It was an expected win at that. I just really wish we could have scored a little more. We were expected to win by a lot more. We followed that up with a win against relegation-tipped Cardiff City away from home. We beat them by the score of 3-1. Benito Raman making a rare start just to get him some fitness on the day, with Lucas and Joel Paulo also netting goals. Igalho being the only goal scorer for Cardiff City. We had 19 shots, 10 on target, 58% possession up and down the pitch. It was a great day. This was a match, obviously, you'd expect us to win and expect us to perform greatly in. We really need to continue this form throughout the rest of the season, even against the bigger teams and against, of course, our London rivals. But in the first of what is now going to be 3 back-to-back matches against the London rivals, we lost to Chelsea by a score of 1-0, and Chelsea honestly didn't have a lot going for them in the first place. They only had 2 shots on target, and it was a lucky header in from Kurt Zouma in this 29th minute is what gave Chelsea the lead and ultimately what they held on to. We had 6 yellow cards. Of course, we were fined by the FA for £25,000 just because we had 6 or more yellow cards. We had also 10 shots with 9 of them being on target, 57% possession. How in the hell did none of those shots go in? I obviously got to give it up to the Chelsea defense and Thibaut Courtois sitting in nets. Those 9 saves were definitely what helped keep Chelsea in the game and what gave them all 3 points. It was very unfortunate. We were very unlucky on the day to not come away with anything with how we produced. And then against the same team that we're facing today in pretty much the same situation where we are traveling to White Hart Lane, we fell to Spurs by the score of 2-0. Bruno Fernandes getting both goals for them, while we only had 4 shots, 2 of them being on target, and a lot less possession than I would have liked. We also had a lot more cards than I would have liked, as once again we were fined by the FA for £50,000 as we had 7 yellow cards. Everyone played very dismal, especially on the back line, allowing Bruno Fernandes to get those goals. And like I said, this is something that we need to cut back on, obviously the yellow cards, but also we cannot allow this to be a repeat performance in the FA Cup. I would like to think that we weakened them, but at the same time, we're going in with the same amount of fitness. It's anybody's game. It's a toss-up, and I really want to come away with a win this time around. So after that run of form, we are still sitting in 9th place, 41 points through 29 matches. Just 9 matches left to go, and we're probably not going to make Champions League football this year. We're 12 points off the pace of Chelsea, who are sitting in 4th. None of the teams above us have moved. They pretty much stayed in their same spots. And to be quite honest with you, I don't think we're going to get Champions League this year. Even though I told the board that I expected Champions League football, they're probably going to turn around and get angry at me. Europa League is still likely, but definitely not Champions League. And it all starts with trying to finish up our season. I know we have a decent run of matches after this FA Cup. Obviously, Burnley and Bournemouth. I want to try and get a couple of wins out of that. But it all relies on how we fare down the stretch. But we shouldn't be worried about that right now. We have a rivalry match in the FA Cup. It's big, and we need to win. So I'm going to try and fight fire with fire here, as we're going to match their 4-2-3-1 with one of our own. And this is going to be a lineup for today. Jack Butland in net, Byram, Hoban, Lucas, and actually we're going to bring on Aaron Cresswell. He's definitely needed up there. With Van Andrisha and Caroline, the 2 center mids. Our 3 attacking mids will be Zivkovic, Driussi, and Payet, and Yolpo and Powell sitting up top. We need to come away with a result here. We need to get a win if we want to meet the board expectations for something this season. So cross fingers, let's kick off and see what happens. Tottenham coming forward now. Bruno Fernandes out to Lacazette. Lacazette take a shot. Butland with a nice save. But Spurs still threatening in the box. Good clearance away from Linetti. And that should be the end of that, hopefully. A lot of action early on. 3.5 minutes in. Driussi coming through the middle. Takes a shot, but it's over the crossbar. Like I said, a lot of action early. 12 minutes gone now. Spurs coming forward. They like to switch the pitch. Out to Lacazette on the right. He's being mugged, but he gets around his defender. Gets it back into Bruno Fernandes. They're doing well moving the ball. That's a Russian name I can't pronounce. Back to Lacazette. Into the middle. Lacazette with the ball once again. Still mugging him off, but the ball goes outside the post. Lumps it over. Davies to Tello. Through to Eriksson. He can take a shot. Oh my god. That was a weak shot. That was honestly a very, very weak shot. And Christian Eriksen makes it 1-0 to Spurs. There was some good passing movement into the box. Finding Eriksson and Butland, like I said, it was a weak shot, but Butland really didn't do much to go after the ball either. That's a shame. Ball into the box, cleared away. It only goes as far as Bruno Fernandes. Spurs still threatening. Lacazette once again on the ball, crosses it in, and it goes over the bar. Spurs once again on attack. Out to Ben Davies. Ben Davies, who's taken off the ball by Zivkovic, but they still have it. Tello to Eriksson, who could have made it 2, but it's a good save from Butland there. It's a throw in deep. Once again, another attacking chance for Spurs. They get into the box. Bruno Fernandes try to make it 2, but Butland there with the save. Corner kick, probably the last attacking chance in this half. And once again, falls to Spurs. Eriksson out on the wing, has several men in the box. Falls to Harry Kane, who smacks it off the post. That could have easily been 2 as well. But as we come up to halftime, Spurs with a commanding 1-0 lead. I say commanding because they've had 56% possession. They have had all the shots. We have only had 1 shot on target, 2 in total. They are doing very well to close us down at the back. We need to find a way to crack that Spurs defense, at the same time shut up shop at the back ourselves so we don't allow them to come onto us. Spurs coming through with an attack. Harry Kane finds Lacazette, takes a shot, but it's a good save from Butland. Spurs still going. Oh, wow. A weak shot by Eriksson, and it's cleared away by Lucas off the line. 63 minutes gone, and we are still not looking up for this. We're still not going after the players we should. Just trying to close these guys down. It's a good block away, as Spurs still coming forward with the attack. Decent clearance away. We can hit him on a counter here. Payet slips it through, cutting inside. But we get a corner out of it at the very least. Okay, I'm going to make one more sub. Just because Driussi has not played all that well, Van Andries is going to come up and take his spot. And then back in the center mid role, we're going to have Marwan Fellaini in his role. And I think Marwan's a good box-to-box mid. No, he's better ball-wing mid. Is Carroll then the good box-to-box? Yeah, we'll switch those 2 up. Marwan Fellaini coming on, last sub. With 25 minutes to go, we need to come away with something. Van Andrisha tries to get it back out to Zivkovic, but it's blocked away. With 6 minutes to go, we need to do everything we can to try and get back into this match, but it's over now. After a great passing through, Lacazette just slots it through our defense, gets it right past Butland, and it's 2-0 to Spurs. We've seen this story before. We've seen this film before. In fact, it just happened to us in the last match where, hey, 2-0 away at White Hart Lane, Spurs with the victory, and it just looks very unlikely that we're going to come back and get anything out of this. 2 minutes of stoppage time on the clock. This could be our last attacking chance. Paulo tried, but it was a heavy touch. Eric Dyer was there with the stop, and Spurs clearing the ball away. Wait a minute, we still have one more chance. Zivkovic, wow, Zivkovic lasers it from outside the box. We get a corner, but with 90 seconds to go, we need to score 2 goals in 90 seconds, and with how we were playing all day, it's looking very unlikely. 20 seconds to go, Lacazette gets it inside, and that's got to be an own goal. They can't give it to Christian Eriksen. Sam Byram was trying to tackle the ball off Christian Eriksen, and it goes into the back of the net. It's 3-0 Spurs, and, well, yeah, look at that. Just bad tackles all around. Oh, hey, Byram clears it into Eriksen's face, and it goes in the back of the net. Good job, game. Well, it's very apparent that we weren't going to win this, but that just adds insult to injury. As there it is, full-time. Spurs 3, Hammers 0, and we're out of the FA Cup, and with it yeah, look at that. Everybody in poor mentality just because of how badly they played against our bitter rivals. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to... Uh-oh. Hold on. I was going to stop the episode, but this right here... This has me concerned. Board request a meeting to discuss manager's future. Like I said, we weren't doing the best in the season. I had expected to be Champions League football top 4 at the end. We haven't done that. Obviously, we just missed out on the semifinals, which is where I placed us to be in the FA Cup, and now I need to attend a meeting. We're not happy with your current performance, sir. Considering your position at the club, we want to know why you think the team performed so badly. We've had a difficult run of games. This is my first... No, I can't say that. We've been very unlucky with the amount of injuries we have suffered. Yeah, we've had a lot of injuries. The number of injuries in the squad isn't as bad. We do not see it as a valid reason. Oh, shit. I promise that things will look better in a month's time. Give me until then. I'll probably go with that. Not so much for the club. Last thing the club needs is upheaval. If you sack me now, I promise that things will look better in a month's time. Give me until then. We look forward to you keeping your promise, but if you fail, we have no choice but to sack you. Okay, boys, I have a month to turn this ship around, but we do have a couple of good matches upcoming that we could start turning the ship around. Burnley and Bournemouth, but then right after that, Manchester United and Liverpool. The rest of the season is West Brom, Derby, Stoke, Southampton, and Leicester. I want to get through this run of form, but at the same time, I realize that I might be sacked by then. So when we come back, you will probably either see a sacking or you will see the last match of the season versus Leicester. So until that time, cross fingers, let's hope I still have a job. I will see you next time. Until that time, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new and you want to see more content on the channel. Any comments, suggestions, questions, anything else, please leave in the comment box below. But as always, this is Gendo, and my ass is on the line. Take care, and peace out.